Time to get a little more organized with Maya. Maya is dependent upon relative links to find its information. Besides the scene information, such as these objects and lights and cameras within the scene, there might be dependencies like this texture map. This is the structure of a Maya project. Scenes go within the Scenes folder. Images for the scene are within the Source Images folder. When you do a batch render, all those batch renders will end up in the Images folder. Maya uses relative links to connect to its resources. When you save a Maya file, you're just saving the information about reconstructing the scene, which won't include texture maps and other information. When you work on a Maya project, it might work locally because you downloaded an image and attached it, and Maya will find that image out on the hard drive somewhere. If you send the Maya scene file to someone, or you move to another computer, you're not going to have those connections available because those connections are stuck on your hard drive. That's why setting up a project when you start is also important so Maya can find everything it needs to give you the renderings you want. Go to File, Project Window, click on New, give it a good new name. I'm going to call it my Bot2 project. Click this icon to browse your hard drive to pick a location to save this folder. Accept all the default locations, and you can see there's the source images and other folders that you would be using when you're creating your project. Click on Accept. If I go to the hard drive and open up the Maya folder, this is the project folder that was just created. If I double click it to open it up, there's all the supporting folders. Right now the scene is empty. I'm going to make a new scene and put some random object in that scene. And now when I save this scene, File, Save As, it's going to point to the project folder that was just created and allow me to save the scene there. I'll just call it Test, Save. When it's time to open the scene, File, Open, or Control-O or Command-O. Maya points right to that folder. When it's time to switch projects, you have to let Maya know what project folder you will be using. Go to File, Set Project. Click on the folder that you want to use. My previous project was called Street. And don't double click to go in there. You don't want to see this. You want to be on the outside. Maya just needs to know the root folder and it'll figure out the rest. Click on Set. When you do a file open, Command-O, Control-O, Maya's pointing into that folder. I'll select my file, click on Open, and now Maya opens the project with the attached texture maps. And those texture maps again lived in the Streets folder, Source Images. It's very important to create a new project when you're starting out a new art project. And it's also very important to set your project if you're switching in between projects. This way, Maya has all the paths that it needs to recreate your art.